Two lanes once again then. Across the start finish line, Chastain leads another lap. Strong outing for him today. Pushing the 20 on the inside, 22 and the 1 on the outside. With the 41 of Bri'ish now in the top 3. I feel like we may see a wildcard winner here today. In the top 10, who hasn't won yet this season that is eligible for the playoffs? I believe Gibbs is. Elliott. Stanhope's just got shuffled up, but he's already in. Bri'ish as well. Not in at the moment. We'll get in if he wins, but doubt it, to be honest. Three wide mid pack there, not sure why. Chris Bush, someone's getting hung out, it's probably been Chris Bush to be honest. Yeah, he's about to go. Who else to draw on the outside lane? Yeah, great race so far though.
You've had a dimple made in your chin. You've had your lips enlarged. You've had your eyelids reconstructed. Eyelids reconstructed.
Stupid.
None of it's true.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie. They don't want to give me credit for anything.
You've had
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind.
I love you, baby, and it's quite alright. I need you, baby.
Ain't no way. Big bro, you Spider-Man?
22 to go in stage 2, okay. This race's been pretty good. Just waiting for more stuff. Hopefully they go back to 3 wide soon, but I doubt it, to be honest. Not quite yet, I just think it's too early for that. I'm glad they did go 3 wide and that they're pretty comfy despite the bad handling, that they could still run 3 wide pretty comfortably.
And that's how these wrecks start. At Talladega and Daytona, somebody gets into the back of the car in front of them and just moving him around. Parker. Well, the CJ had to make his way down to the front end of the dedicated racing partner.
Here we go, third lane trying to start to form now. And they've just cooked the 36. Oh wait, 54's going high. Need to start wrapping around pretty soon. Yeah, we go. We got a lot of momentum on the outside lane in fairness. Needs to get to the rear bumper, the rear quarter panel. Oh, he's set back in line, damn.
That
41 went low. Behind 22 and the 1. Oh, Priest going. Bro, Priest forced it low on the inside of the 22.
In the last 7 races, no winner at Daytona has finished worse than 11 at the end of stage 2 and won the race. Track position matters, and these drivers know it. You have got to run well early in this race to have a chance to win. Right there on the edge of the screen, the black monster, you know, 54 car trying to get up into the top 10 as we come to the end of the stage, 20 to go. Ty Gibbs, as they run, is 12 points behind Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace.
Oh, the 12 and the 22 really aggressive on the inside of the 1 there.
20 to go, and pit stop still to come. We're getting very, very close. Just 2, 3, maybe 4.
So hopefully once the pit stop cycle comes,
Pit stops that should come in at least 3 ways. The trick is you can't come alone, but you don't want to come with 20 of your friends. Each by pit stop is kind of like making a dinner reservation. It's easy to get a table for 6, maybe a table for 8. Better get a table for 20. It's complicated, it's impossible. You do not want to sit with that many cars at once. The other problem, Steve, is the wrecks we see getting on pit road. Everybody tries to get down there at the same time. Somebody misjudges.
I said Lane tried something there, but not really got any help.
It is a very difficult pit
I'm probably gonna go back in line now. Yeah, that did go Larson. I was trying to go on the outside. Oh, never mind, that wasn't Larson. I think it was the 42. Looks similar to the 5 from the front of the car. That Blaney scheme is ugly, I can't lie. That 12 car looks ugly as fuck. It looks good from the front, but every other angle at the side, it looks awful. 3 lanes again in the back of the field. Another air brake drink. Crazy. So many ads. Like it's nothing. Hello. Racer X Productions, didn't see you join. Just watching Daytona. Been a very good race so far, I'll admit. I liked beginning of stage 2, a lot of 3 wide racing. Haven't seen that kind of racing at this point in the race, at least for a while. I mean, obviously they had 3 wide last year and they had 3 wide at Talladega in the spring this year, but to have it so comfortably even was strange. And they're trying to form a third lane again, almost wrecking in the background there. The 42 car was, I think that was on the outside lane, getting pushed. Big push for the 47 from the Tenera Marola. Yeah, Logano is doing well. He's remaining in the top 5 pretty much the whole race. It's good to see him up there. He's on the inside lane behind Chastain, Blaney and Stenhouse at the moment. On my stream I'm watching, there's 15 to go right now, just crossing the line. But interesting to see. Hangs through 1 and 2. Kyle Busch on the outside lane. We have 3 lanes now. Once again trying a third lane, but I don't know if that's going to work just yet. They're going to have to get more cars up there if they want to get that working. It's good to see that all 3 lanes can be competitive, but it's just weird why they try and go 3 wide before green flag pit stops. I guess it's because the inside lane will probably peel off first. They'll force the inside to peel off first. Oh, goodbye. It's nice having you for now. Here we go. Cars are coming up here. There we go. Stenhouse being aggressive as usual. Huge chunk of cars coming in on the 3rd round of pit stops. The 14 locked up going on the way in. Really Herbs on the inside. Oh no, there's going to be a wreck on pit road. Oh, that's so tight, bro. Austin just managing to blend in there as he came back on the track. Blaney on the high side looks like he'll probably get pretty close to the lead. I'll throw out again, huh? Oh, that was tight, dude. Stenhouse is gonna kill someone today. Guarantee if he stays up front, he will turn someone. He's been so aggressive for no reason. Squeezing the 23 wires through there.
But the field's gotten scattered up. You see them right there. The field, now that they're double wide, they're not going to catch them at the same rate they would have been if they were single five. Parker. And Jeff, that's I can tell that both of them were stuck up on the higher lane for some reason without even getting down. The other 14 didn't feel like they got the info. They both did fuel only, but yet they got disconnected from the other 14s there when they wanted to.
Who hasn't pitted yet?
So now they're just double file with them. So they're going to
Oh god, this is fucking chaos. This is about to get crazy, yeah. There's 9 to go in stage 1. This is some good racing once again. Holy shit, this is getting dicey now. 9 to go. Ooh, the 6 got tight over 2 there. The 8 goes to the middle lane. 21 on the outside, big push corner play on the outside lane. The 48 getting in there. 99 is Suarez there. 1 car leaving the inside lane, that's Keselowski. Up front, he goes low. Is that black nose car on the inside lane? Is that Amarola or is it someone else? Huge runs here. Outside, that's such a huge amount of momentum here.
One of those drivers that could win to get into the playoffs. He's up front. Suarez now moves to his outside, trying to take the lead.
Got a couple of slow cars right there ahead, running that high line.
Suarez on the outside lane. Bowman also there. Harrison Bowman on the other lane. Austin Dillon back into the top 3, well, for the first time today I should say. Interesting. He's been running a bit more conservatively today. Until now I suppose he's gone back up to the lead packs. We've got a double file here. 7 to go in stage 2. They'll be a little bit more aggressive here hopefully at the end. Maybe make a third lane work. Oh my god, the 99. The car's jumping up to the outside. We're going to have a third lane form here. My god, they are being really fucking aggressive. Jesus Christ, this is so dicey. I've never seen racing like this in the next gen. On a Super Speedway race, this is taking Atlanta last Super Speedway race. Last pack race to another level. This is absolutely insane racing. I think the 20 should jump up high. Harrison Burton and Titan Suarez having an amazing battle for the lead right now, constantly blocking and changing lanes. The 1 goes high, big momentum here. The 9 goes with him, the last one goes with him. There's so much stuff to watch, so I don't know what to look at. This line does not have that much momentum in fairness. 8 should clear the 21 here, nice. Good stuff from the 8 car there. Through out again. Logano gets stuck in blocks big time on the outside on the 54. The Kim Cam is back! Oh my god, there's no way. This race is going to be fantastic when Twisted Toe makes a video. Don't know if anyone watches Twisted Toe, whoever watches the stream back. This interesting. 5 to go on the back straightaway here in stage 2. What a race this has been so far. This has been phenomenal racing the whole way through. Definitely the best race of the year so far if they keep this up. As I predicted, the 20 goes high, but he gets blocked. It's getting pretty wild here. 3 lanes starting to form. Here we go. surprised I haven't wrecked yet. It's actually crazy. Such balls on these drivers. Oh my god, the blocks are fucking insane. So many momentum swings, this is crazy. Oh, Chastain, oh my god, this racing is nuts. Oh my god, they're aggressive. Fuck me. What the fuck, this is amazing. I haven't seen racing this aggressive ever in the next gen Super Series race. Phenomenal racing and blocking and kind of ruined the flow of the race though, I must say. Draft is so powerful here though, I'm sure this will not be an issue. Fuck, the 22 was turned to 12. 24 has a run. Problem is the top 4 are all Chevy, so they're all going to help each other, I assume. 54 goes high with the run now. And the 12 trying to go even higher now. He puts himself in the outside lane in a good position there. 8 goes high to get around the lap traffic. This is going to get dicey here on the back straightaway, I'm pretty sure. Crazy racing. They push from the 12, here comes the 54, final lap of stage 2. Car wash on the inside, Ty Gibbs on the outside. It's a battle for the stage win. I think Ty Gibbs might get it, you know. It's going to be Team Gibbs and Blaney on this final lap, I think. So glad to see that it's not just train racing at the end of these stages, like even it was in the Xfinity race, which usually has pretty good racing all throughout the day. Good to see there's actually some different lanes trying stuff. Yeah, 50, okay. 20, here goes, the 20 has a run here. 54 should get him here, I think. 20 needs to push him harder. Oh fuck, that was a fucking hard hit. Jesus Christ. Oh, hard in the inside wall. Fucking hell. Huge wreck. Fuck, that was a big wreck. Damn. Horrible accident. Big wreck. 54 got real loose. Coming off of 4 there. Did not expect a wreck on the exit 4 at the end of stage 2 though. That Blaney hit the wall a fucking ton. Someone hit the inside wall really hard too. That's gonna be a red flag. For sure. I think that'll be a red flag. Jesus. Tough wreck. Austin Dillon with big damage on the front left. This is going to be a red flag, I think. Very, very big accident once again. A lot of really wrecked cars in this wreck. Tyler Reddick with heavy damage. Kevin Harvick with damage. Blaney winded, I'm sure, at least definitely felt that impact. Very nasty impact on the outside wall. The 16 is out of the race. Someone hit the inside wall a ton as well. Going out of 4 though. I've not seen a wreck that vicious though yet in the next gen at the Super Series race with so many cars, so I guess I'm wrong. When racing is aggressive, it is just as bad as ever for wrecks. Larson has stopped. He looks like he can get going again though. Very big wreck. Blaine hit the outside wall incredibly hard. I've done this in a while. Oh my god, that was such a hard hit. Jesus, who hit the inside wall? It was this guy. Fuck, dude. Terrible wreck. So bad, and actually hurts my eyes. Jesus, that's so bright. And 12, look how hard the 12 hits the wall though. Look at the wall! Holy shit, that was a hard hit. That's one of the hardest hits I've ever seen in the next gen. That might be the hardest hit the next gen's ever had. That is one of the hardest hits I've ever seen into the outside wall of this track. It's pretty much worst case scenario at this track. In a corner like that is to hit the wall. Get hooked right into up the track is the way the 54 got pushed bad by the 20 there. Just too far on the inside. As he was moving down, the car got real loose there, and then Jesus, the 12 hit the wall so hard. Who was it that hit the inside wall a ton as well? It's gonna be a good angle. This fucking impact on the inside there. And then the car went low. Look at that on the inside. And yeah, so we'll head on. Terrible impact. The 54 hit a ton too. And then look at the back here. Who was that? Who was this guy on the inside wall hit really hard? Yeah, that was the big one. First big one of the race. What a vicious hit for the 12, and I don't know why they would move on. Yeah, as I said, red flag as I predicted. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That was the big one. Shit. Very, very big wreck. Wow, yeah. I recorded that. I'm gonna put it in my account now. That was a hard hit for the 12. Hit really hard. This one hit the inside wall really hard too. I don't know who that was. I didn't actually see. It might have been the I think who it could have been. It was a white car. Don't know if you saw who it was. Vicious. Yeah, it might still be down there. I don't know. 47's out of the race. There's another car down there, I think. Yeah, shit, dude. Vicious, vicious wreck. God, that was such a hard hit. Jesus, who hit the inside wall? Was this guy? Fuck, dude. So who won the stage?
Hello there. Hi. Well, that's disappointing.
What is this, spruce? Elm?
Oh, did you do woodwork?
No, I do Minecraft. So, you know the secret? You what? No secret? Marvelous faucet. Got a lot of cute stuffed animals.
Oh yeah, this is my favourite. This is Evie.
Oh, I'm familiar with Evie. I use tackle. Oh, no, hi. Oh, I don't. Hello there. Well, that's...
being so close. They had avoided something like this quite a few
What is this,
times.
spruce, elm?
Oh, did you
Look at the replay, guys. Pushing in the corner, never a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea. And Jeff Burton said it good. You're pushing in the corner, and you're being so aggressive because you're coming down to the checkers. You're coming down to that point.
It was a 15 at the inside wall.
So you're overly aggressive. So do you push a nanosecond longer? Do you hit at the wrong angle? And that's just what we see Christopher Bell get into the back of Ty Gibbs, turns Ty Gibbs. That in-car camera from Ryan Blaney was just wicked. He had no idea that was coming, and that is a tremendous hit.
Yeah, he snapped right as well as Ty Gibbs. And, we all just kind of took a breath and relaxed it because earlier on, they were running 3 wide, and I just kept waiting and anticipating this to happen.
Fuck.
So I thought it had set it out a little.
Jesus Lord, that was fucking ridiculous.
Nowhere it happened so quick. Yeah, and handling has to be part of it, guys. The most of them pitted, took no tires, just got fuel to get themselves in a really good spot to do that. So they, the cars are driving the worst that they have been, but they're trying to make the most they can.
And yeah, we have seen tires not make a big difference here. You see Chase Elliott, he's not really navigating. He's just holding the steering wheel straight at this point in time, because we've all been in these races where you just make a decision and stand behind it. But they're on old tires. They fill the cars up again with fuel or put 4 or 5 gallons of gas in it, or 4 seconds or so gas in it, and it unbalances the car. It takes the car to a different place than you're used to. And you're in this. And I think the words, Rick, we're looking for, not the edge of craziness. I think that's the edge of insanity is what we see when we get in these situations.
Yeah, and you see, both Chase Elliott and Bubba got through that, so they survived to move on, and it's good for them because they go through unscathed. It's half the field the race against now, so they
And this just reminds us of how close they are on the edge of uncontrol. And that's the problem that I think we see them for almost 63 laps. They're going around there and you're thinking, okay, these guys are really good and it must not be that difficult. But then one little mistake, one little wiggle on the 54, a push that gets it turned sideways, and this happens. Over 16 cars involved. Red flag is out of the corner.
so many flashing lights as we see the safety crews and the tow trucks. They are positioned in behind these cars to get ready to push everybody at the same time to pit road. Let's go there now, Dick. Folks with limited mobility have an amazing new way to experience NASCAR. It's called the Mobility Box. So this global vision for the future is mobility for all of being through that
Flash. Live.
NASCAR racing. Now, this weekend, it is parked at Pit Inn. They saw all of that action right in front of them just a few minutes ago. Sam and Elise, they saw all the action down here, and they saw it, by the way, with monitors and scoring. They've got air conditioning down here. This actually detaches. I may take this with me to go if I can. They've got
Just waiting for the red flag to end. Pretty crazy. laps this race so far.
Get up here with the ramp, they get up here, and if you're on wheels, you can experience it. Now you gotta understand that this is set up through NASCAR.
I hope they're not afraid to go 3 wide again after that wreck. Because it happens a lot, I've noticed, on Super Speedway races where they'll have one massive wreck pretty early, takes out a lot of contenders. They were all being aggressive before and they all kind of dialed back a little bit because they're just scared to have another massive wreck. But I hope that doesn't happen because the racing's been fantastic so far. I hope it continues in stage 3, but I don't know if 3 wide is going to be as easy to do as it was in this race. I don't think it's going to stop anyone from being aggressive in this race. I'm sure this race has had a lot of weirdly overly aggressive moments throughout the day. I'm surprised. Alright, we're going again. We're going green again. Oh, we're not going green, but we're going back to yellow. So. It's 20 past 2 in the morning here in the UK. The dedication necessary to be a NASCAR fan is pretty crazy.
Flag after the big one has happened. 62 laps now to have been on pit road and some work done. Well, you know, small details would make a difference that Hamlin had lost that lap because he was spinning in that wreck. I don't see a ton of damage, but he was not able to keep the street. I'll be honest, when I say I don't think he had a ton of damage, there's so many cars on and off pit road with tape and parts and pieces, so they're going to have to kind of get a new.
Do not get the speed.
Nope. The other thing, Steve, to get off of that DVT, they've got the minimum speed.
Yeah, they have to basically run minimum speed, which they need the race to go back to green. You see right here, this is probably a broken toe lane. It's basically just tires pointing in the right direction. That's what doesn't matter. Some of these guys, they know that they are not going to be able to get their cars fixed, but if they can go out and make a lap or two, the leader might beat somebody by 1 or 2 spots.
So, with all of this going on, you said it, it's still winning your in. The 9 Chase Elliott has had some ups and downs, but we talked about the 3 different cameras. Well, under this most recent red flag, Chase talked to the team about that digital camera, the one in the middle.
The camera is pointed up, like I can't see the spoiler anymore. It's up so high, I can hardly use it. So just trying to readjust my vision because that's what I've been looking at all night. Want some tape to cover that thing? Can you reach it? Yeah, I can reach it fine. It's a distraction if I'm not going to be looking at it. You know, like my eyes go to it, and I got to get them going to the mirror.
So basically, you know, saying that, hey, I know it's not right, but in the heat of battle, I'm going to keep looking at it, so I want to completely cover it up. So the camera, it's hard to see because it's kind of in the name and the sponsors, but it's right there on the back of the roof. It's kind of like the one that points forward. You see the one on the front of the roof? There's a smaller, more blended in one at the back of the roof. It's fixed. So when he says it's pointing up, that's up to the camera, like within the housing, must have pushed its way up. And now we're zooming in and messing with it.
Well, and Steve, they made the comment, can you reach it to put tape on it? Why wouldn't one of the crew members just put tape on the actual camera in the back? Get it so that it's black.
I should run down there and suggest it. I wouldn't have thought about that. NASCAR probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, also a good example. You wonder why they run an old style mirror and a digital mirror. This is why. The digital mirror, if it breaks, you've got that old style mirror as a backup.
And let's go to Marty with Ryan Blaney.
Rick, it's good to see Ryan Blaney walk out of the infield care center. Man, what happened from your perspective, and are you okay?
Yeah, okay. I don't really know what happened. I saw this replay, and I'm guessing the physical just got burned in my right rear, and unfortunately we got in front. So yeah, I think I'll probably gonna pull up. Well, maybe good move to try to so you kind of got him in a weird spot, and yeah, that's not fun. Yes, thanks on the Advanced Auto Parts for Mustang really fast and came from the back to the front multiple times, and thought we made a good move to try to win the stage, and just that's something to really do there. So unfortunate, but fast Mustang. Appreciate Advanced Auto Parts, and looking forward to getting the volume next week.
Yeah, good to see Ryan Blaney is okay. Obviously in the playoffs with the win at Charlotte earlier this year, Rick.
Got one of those locked in already, coming in, one of the 15 that's been locked in.
Yeah, and it's great to hear from Ryan. That is a huge hit. A lot of work's been done on this car about trying to make it safer, and we talk a lot about the rear of the car because last year that was the point of emphasis. But also mid-season to the right side and the front. So you see right there, the safer barrier does its job as far as the front car. It is smashed to the front of those front tires, and all of that front bumper work, chassis work has all been redesigned and machined with that compaction in mind. So in a hit like that, I'm sure it was huge from the driver's seat, but you want the car and the parts to take as much of the impact as possible. Man, that is and when you talk about hits, it's like the worst thing possible. Right rear hook, straight up into the wall.
And the safer barrier also designed to try to reduce that impact and that the feeling that the driver has, because it absorbs some of this hit as well. We see the wall go almost a foot, maybe a foot and a half back.
I used to have a bad habit of calling them soft walls because that was kind of the the nomenclature people would use, like, oh, it's a soft wall. And I had a driver remind me, he goes, I can assure you it's not soft. It is a safer barrier. I mean, you see right there, I mean, what is it, maybe 50% of the foam compressed, so it is a safer barrier to be safer, but it is by no means soft.
Yeah, Steve, that wall that you're looking at is steel tubing welded together. And then what's behind it, between the steel and the concrete, are foam blocks. So every one of those foam blocks is built to just give away. And the outside wall where it says Daytona, that's literally steel tubing. You can see it. They're about 8-inch by 8-inch square tubing. They're welded together, and all that stuff moves. And this has been an incredible technology that's come into the sport. There's a great looking foam block. If those things deform enough, they'll have to go in and replace them and change them.
And it's not just the same at every track. It's even more complicated. There's more engineering than that, right? The amount of foam blocks, the distance, all kind of goes down to the speed of the track, because, you know, what is required here for stiffness to keep a car at 170 miles an hour safe versus 100 mile an hour racetrack takes a different design, safer barrier. Now it's time for pit stops. You guys mentioned it, under green. DJ mentioned it. We heard him during the red flag about everybody, or most everyone, took gas only. Now we might see some tires put on, Dave.
Kyle Busch was asked if he wanted anything different. He said, nope, all good. They're going to put on some Goodyear tires, at least right sides for Kyle. As for Keselowski, they don't have to do any more with that fire, so that put itself out, thankfully.
Dave, 3 Hendrick Motorsports cars finished in the top 6. William Byron said his car was absolutely plowing tight at the end of that run. You can see everyone here mostly take 4 tires and fuel. Chase Elliott, you see him putting that tape on that visor there, or the screen, to make sure he cannot see that. He works his way around the 34 car. 4 tires for Chase Elliott, and it looked like he got that screen covered the way he wanted, Steve.
Yeah, I agree, Marty. I was kind of watching it in the bottom right. It looked like a crew member put the tape in there and kind of put some on, and then Chase helped him. Let's take a look at it right here, upper left. It's hard to see in the dark, but right up there used to be a mirror that was showing the rear view camera. Chase, little button-up work of the tape, doing a nice job. A lot going on in the pit stop.
And away he goes. Restart happening when we come back.
I'm really happy.
Coke, zero sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Martin Truex Jr., it is now official. He has earned enough points that he has clinched the regular season championship. He did it in 2017, went on to win the championship that year. Can he do it again in 2023? Martin Truex Jr. with that championship, that's going to be 15 playoff points that he will get for winning that regular season championship. That's equating to 3 race wins. So big boost in the playoff points for Martin Truex Jr. Congratulations on winning the regular season championship. Drivers and cars involved in the wreck. Take a look at this. A long list. 16 cars are involved as we're seeing a few more cars making their way onto pit road to top off the fuel, Steve.
Yeah, Jeff talked about how they had to assist these cars in with the flat tires. You know, the damage is pretty clean on some of them. Actually, nice work on the 16. But laps down now. Denny Hamlin 1 lap down. Harrison Burton a couple. Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson, AJ Allmendinger multiple laps down. So still in the race, but they're going to need some good fortune and some yellows to kind of cycle back onto the lap.
And again, a situation where Bubba Wallace, he's the only driver that can get in on points now, but that is only if a new winner doesn't happen tonight. Now let's look at what happened to bring us under the yellow and then the red flag. Right up front, fighting for the stage win. The 12 of Ryan Blaney on the bottom, the 54 of Gibbs up top, comes down, hooks the 12, and into the wall they go.
And the big impacts, obviously on the outside, but even on the inside, when all these guys start banging into each other, some cars just turn left and hit the major impact at the bottom.
And even if you get caught up in this, some of these cars still have enough speed once they get patched up, and there may be some other opportunities later in this race to continue to improve their cars, get things fixed up to be able to be competitive. Maybe even win this race with a little bare bond strapped to the side of this thing.
Well, now 57 will be 56 to go with green flags. So very close to what we just saw, a little bit longer than that stage. So green flag pit stops could happen if we don't see a yellow.
And stage 3 is now underway. Briscoe, Almirola, as well as Kyle Busch up front.
And what would we see in this stage? With all of those cars removed, all the potential winners removed, that removes a lot of energy and a lot of hustle out of this pack. Will they continue to be as intense as they've been? You got to think a lot of these people are seeing this as an opportunity for them to get up here and win this race. Well, now that they've thinned it out a little bit.
You got 3 of them, Briscoe, Almirola, Eric Jones. In the front of this pack, all 3 of those guys need to win.
Alex Bowman in the 48 as well. Daniel Suarez in the 99. We can just go down the list here. You see on the left side, win and get in. All eligible for the playoffs if they can get to victory lane tonight.
And it's not a long way to get to the finish of this race. 55 to go. That can go by really quickly. As we remember last night in the Xfinity race, the 100-lapper happened just like that. And it was over. So you need to be thinking as a driver, the crew chief, everything matters going forward. Every pass, you better battle for everything. Every inch on the racetrack, you don't lay over and give up nothing. All that track position you're fighting for, you need to keep it the rest of the race.
Kyle Busch trying to lead that outside line. Briscoe continuing that inside line with the momentum. Parker.
Right, as we see those 2 Stewart-Haas racing cars in the front of the field. This is where they started on the front row earlier today, and that team had a strategy that came to fruition. In stage 2, both of those cars forgoed stage point into stage 2, as most of the teams took fuel only. You saw the 14, the 10 take 4 tires and have long stops under green. Well, what did it do? It allowed them to have a 3-second stop under this last caution. That put them at the front of the field, and those 2 fast Fords in a must-win position now find themselves in all that track position, Marty.
Parker, the information to Bubba Wallace that Rick just told us a moment ago, that if there is no new winner, you will be in the playoffs, was just relayed before they went back green. Listen in.
So that point deal, are we It's a must-win for everybody else, are we in that scenario?
For this now, yeah. The only way you can get beat is somebody wins. They can't outpoint you.
And after that, Rudy Barker then told him, but do not let your guard down. There's a lot of drivers still on the lead lap, still in the mix, that could ruin that plan for us tonight.
Well, I think that means full offense. I think now if you're Bubba Wallace, what you need to do is go win. And that takes all that out of question. And if you wreck or whatever, so what? You're out. Points aren't going to knock you out, but I think now you got to go on offense. Eric Almirola doing some good work there in second place, helping his teammate, Chase Briscoe. We saw this at the start of this race between these two. They were able to control that inside line for quite a few laps before the outside line started coming in there once the tires got so worn out after about 25 laps. So they've got some pretty committed people behind them. Eric Jones, not sure about Brad Keselowski. If he sees that outside line moving forward, he might jump in front of it. It's not unusual to see a new winner in this race. For the last summer races here at Daytona, have had winners for the first time in the season in the last 5 races. So this is an opportunity. Statistics are on your side.
6 right now in the top 9, eligible for that playoff spot if they can find victory lane. There's Kyle Busch in the 8s. He has been leading that high line. It has not been able to get up there and challenge Briscoe for the lead. A little bit loose there, and that shove from Bowman almost disrupted the 8.
Yeah, that's a little bit of 8 moving around more than I think you wanted to, Rick.
In the same boat as you every single day.
23 up the racetrack just a little bit. Let's see this again.
Not depressed.
It out, Rick, through the
I would be
getting a little turn, getting a little push through the transition in the banking. So with what we saw in the wreck earlier, and that right there, it tells me that this racetrack has got to the point to where it's so slick that pushing in the corners is now a bad thing. A little bit of help and a really tight draft in the corner can get your car out of shape. This track is aging quickly. Remember some drivers talking about how slick it was last night in qualifying as well. So the draft and what works in the draft is always changing. Even if the rules don't change, how you race this racetrack and what works and doesn't work changes every race. And it also changes with the number of cars that are on the racetrack. So, you know, what worked earlier may not work now because you lost a certain amount of cars and you lost a few really good cars. Yeah, some people lost teammates and dedicated helpers. It's going to really affect not only, you know, their performance, but their mental approach, right? How aggressive they're willing to be, feeling like they don't have as much help out on the racetrack.
A little bit more momentum on that high line now. It's Bubba Wallace that's just in front of the 8 of Kyle Busch, and it seems as though Kyle Busch has been more effective pushing somebody to the front than leading that line to the front. He's going to do it again here, it looks like, with Bubba.
Well, I love that Bubba Wallace jumped up to lead that outside line. We said it earlier a few minutes ago that now points don't matter for Bubba Wallace. It's just about winning this race. And now, Junior, you're almost freer. Now you know your mission. Now you know what you got to go do. And it almost takes some stress away from you. Now I just got to go win this race.
I like the way you said that, Jeff. I just got to go win this race.
Well, you know, there's no more points, right? So now you just focus. Now you just focus. I cannot let a new guy win. If I win, that does it for me. But maybe I can help push a guy past a new winner to help someone else win as well, Marty.
I'm just wondering if
So Jeff, a little further back on that high line is William Byron, who is actually in front of his teammate Chase Elliott. So how can he help tonight? Listen in.
That's kind of concerning.
Just need a little more info on the gap. Like I try to put that 99 to 48. They're all running 60% throttle. We gotta be good stronger. Keep motoring.
So Jeff, we always think about being helpful to your teammate as pushing him, being behind them. How can you be helpful when you're in front of your teammate like William Byron is right now with Chase Elliott?
I think one thing you can do is you have to manage the gap between the guy in front of you. You know, if you just run up to the guy in front of you, then Chase Elliott can't see that. You're looking at him. You cannot see what's going on. So you have to gradually get to that guy at this point with 47 to go. Now when we get to 20 to go, 15 to go, 10 to go, then kind of all that goes out the window. But right now, you're just trying to be kind to your teammate, help him not be surprised by the closure rate.
47 laps remaining at Daytona and the regular season. Chase Briscoe can win his way into the playoffs.
Anyway, I feel like this one easy. It's really depressing. Where's that from? Oh, maybe. After I told you about the thing, when you call. I do.